أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم Surah Al-Munafiqun ayah number 9. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala finished the discussion of the hypocrites. So because this is all not just stories to we learn the lesson. So one of the characteristics of the munafiq hypocrite is وَلَا يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ إِلَّا قَلِيلًا. They do not remember Allah but very little for show off. And the other character was their love of the mal, hubbul mal. So that was their other disease. And the other is the love of the jah, status. And status comes because of the money also and because of the awlad also. That a person feel proud that I have a status. So status is good, money is good, but when it crosses certain limits, so it becomes diseases. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reminding us, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O those who have iman, La tulhikum, let not distract you. Okay? Alhaakum at-takathur. Ilha mean ghaflat. Ghaflat is the best word in English with this distraction, Like for example, you are driving, so you tell somebody, don't distract me. So distract me that you are in ghaflat, you are not paying attention to your driving, so you will be in accident. So that is why I think every translator in English, they use this word distraction for ilha. Okay? So let not distract you, or you can say neglect you, neglectful. Okay? Heedless. There are some other words also, but the best one is the same. Let not distract you amwalukum, your wealth. Wala awladukum, and not your children. An dhikrillah, from the remembrance of Allah. وَمَنْ يَفْعَلْ ذَلِكَ, the one who did that, فَأُولَٰئِكَ, they are the ones, هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ, indeed they are the losers. Okay? So, when you read the Qur'an and you know a little bit of the meaning also, you will be surprised that how many times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that we should be remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, so that make you do a lot of dhikr if you care about Allah and the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is so much, sometimes I think I did ihata. I know all the ayat which are regarding the dhikr. So the other day somebody was leading the salat and I said, look, this is also another ayah that I never paid attention to it. لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ لِمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو اللَّهَ وَالْيَوْمَ الْآخِرَ وَذَكَرَ اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا. He said the Prophet is a good example for those who believe in the hereafter and the one who remember Allah. If you remember Allah a lot, so the Prophet is a good example for you. He will be a better role model for you as compared to the one who don't remember Allah. Okay? لِمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُ اللَّهَ وَالْيَوْمَ الْآخِرَ وَذَكَرَ اللَّهَ كَثِيرًا. So there are so many other ayat if you pay attention to them. Okay, so look what I told you before also. Salat is the dhikr of Allah. Tilawat is the dhikr of Allah. Hajj is the dhikr of Allah. Okay? So every ibadat is dhikr of Allah. But specific dhikr also is a ibadat. If you say, okay, then when you're going to be doing the specific dhikr of Allah, which is subhanallah, alhamdulillah, astaghfirullah, or the maqsood of dhikr lisani is what? Dhikr qalbi. That you become mindful of Allah. You have the istihdar of Allah. And I give example of that. Look, if suppose somebody mother pass away, so he buried his mother today, how much he will remembering his mother tomorrow, the next day? Today he buried his mother. Okay? And how much he will be remembering his mother a week from today? A little bit less. And then a month from today. So this is called remembrance. That how much you remember, like how much you think about a person. Every single time when you go where she eat, where she used to park, where she used, you walk, so you remember your mother. It's the same way you have friends also. So some of the friends, you talk to them, you remember them on a daily basis. Okay, whenever you look at the phone, you remember him and you say, let me call him. And some of them have gone in the remote memory. This is called remembrance of Allah, that Allah remains fresh in your mind. So for that, as I told you, remember before also, I did something which was very beneficial. I need to start it again. That the Sheikh, he told me that you monitor yourself, that how many times you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he said, keep that counter with you. So tie it with your finger. So tying with the finger was very much bothering me. So what I did, I took the super glue and I put it to the back of my telephone. Because telephone, we always have telephone. Even in the restroom, we have telephone. So one is the screen side and the other is the back side of the telephone, that counter. Okay, so what, like for example, I used to go and see a patient. When I come back from the patient, I see the phone is there and the counter is there, so I will just think about Allah and I will push one. Okay, you think, dhikr ka matlab hai Allah ka dhyan nasib ho jaye. Dhyan in Urdu mean that the istihdar, the awareness of Allah, that Allah is there. You don't, 8 hours you work and you are completely lost in what? In your business. You never, even for a single time, you didn't think about Allah. So it is ghaflat. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala liked me remembered in the environment of the ghaflat. Allah liked that more. رِجَالٌ لَا تُلْهِيهِمْ تِجَارَةٌ وَلَا بَيْعٌ عَنْ ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَإِقَامِ الصَّلَاةِ وَإِيتَاءِ الزَّكَاةِ. Ma hawla of ghaflat, like on the beach, in the Disney, in the businesses there, you think about Allah, you say. So remember, the purpose of the dhikr lisani is what? Dhikr qalbi. The use of you 1,000 times you say Allah, Allah. So what will happen? That Allah will come in your mind also. So now look, that arrangement that I did for remembering Allah, since in one time that counter got stripped away from the phone and I don't have it anymore. But since I did it like for a few months, so because of the barakah of that, even if I don't have that, so still from time to time, at least every half an hour, I say, oh, I didn't remember Allah today. So every half an hour, every 1 hour, at least I remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just because of the training that I give to myself. Okay? So this is what it is. Okay, وَأَقِمِ الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِ. Salat is also for remembrance of Allah. So, Ya ayyuhalladhina, let not distract your money, okay, and your children from the remembrance of Allah. The one who did that, he is from the losers.
Ya ayyuhalladhina, O those amanu who brought iman, la tulhikum, do not distract, do not let not distract you, amwalakum, your wealth, wala awladakum, and your children, an zikrillahi, from the zikr of Allah, remembrance of Allah. Wa may yaf'al, and whoever did ذَلِكَ, that فَأُولَٰئِكَ, those are the one humul khasirun, they are the one in loss.
Losers. Okay? لا تلهيكم أموالكم ولا. Here will be
Wawlin.
And here?
Izhar, ikhfa.
And the name of Allah?
Tin. Lam would be tin.
Read from here.
An zikrillahi.
Make the ghunna a little bit thin.
An zikrillahi.
Right? An zikrillah, if you want to make a stop. And then here?
Idgham ma'al ghunna.
Do it.
وَمَن يَفْعَلْ.
مين يفعل كيف كده؟ مين.
ومن
Open your mouth.
ومن يفعل
ذلك فأولئك okay هم الخاسرون, right? هم الخاسرون. Okay. So this wow is only for رسم الخط. Okay, that if this wow was not there and there was no i'rab on it, you might have said something else. So that is why they put, otherwise you don't say that. Okay, normally if there is a waw with sukoon and maqabal is dhamma, so you will say for ulaika. Okay, for ulaika, but this is not for that. This is for rasmul khat. Like I told you that Abdullah ibn Umar and Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As. So you don't expect that you should have fatha kasra dhamma. Like you read the Arabic newspaper. So for that they put the waw here. So it is not like Amro, it is Amar. And so remember, to differentiate the Umar from Amar, they put the waw there. So similarly, they put these things there to avoid the mistake. Otherwise, you don't say it. فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ. Say.
فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْخَاسِرُونَ.
Okay, and kha is from those letters that by nature is thick. Okay, so don't say khasirun, kha. Say
خاسرون.
khasirun.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تلهكم أموالكم ولا أولادكم عن ذكر الله ومن يفعل ذلك فأولئك هم الخاسرون.
وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله.